Hello dear learners. And welcome to this new series of e-learning lectures, aimed at developing your knowledge and skills in the area of ESP, English for Specific Purposes. This is lecture number 6. ESP Course Design. By the end of this lecture, learners will be able to define the meaning and use of ESP Course Design. Define the principles governing ESP Course Design. Define the factors considered in ESP Course Design. But, before we move forward, if you have not been here before, then, welcome to the UNIV-ENGLISH channel. If you do like videos like this, then make sure to hit the subscribe button. And also smash the notification bell to receive notifications of when I produce more videos like this. So, let's begin with this question. What is a course design? A course design is the process of interpreting basic data about students' learning needs, which is then used to create an integrated sequence of teaching learning experiences that lead the learners to acquire a particular level of knowledge. A course design in ESP is a systematic data collection process in which tasks and activities are developed, and data is collected to prepare effective tasks and activities and to create the best possible setting for ESP learners to meet their goals. Richards, 2001. English for Specific Purposes is a term that refers to teaching or studying English for a particular career, like law, medicine, or for business in general. International Teacher Training Organization, 2005. English for Specific Purposes, ESP, involves teaching and learning specific skills and language needed by particular learners for a particular purpose. Parameters of an ESP course design. From the above definitions, one may say that the aim of the ESP courses is to equip the learners with specific strategies, skills and vocabulary required in their own professional field to communicate effectively in the target situation. It is important to consider several parameters in order to achieve these aims, including the identification of learners' needs in different domains, syllabus design, materials production, evaluation and assessment, planning and structuring a course design. Course design refers to the planning and development of a course to reach the desired goals. It is the result of several factors, the result of the needs analysis, the course designer's approach to syllabus and methodology, and existing materials. Robinson, 1991. In the same line of thought, Hutchinson and Waters, 1987, 65, have defined a course as an integrated series of teaching learning experiences, whose ultimate aim is to lead the learners to a particular state of knowledge. Course design is a negotiated process. There is no particular aspect that has a purely determining influence on the subject matter of the course. As part of the teaching-learning process, both the ESP teaching-learning situation and the target situation have an impact on the syllabus, materials, methods, and evaluation procedures. In a similar manner, each of these components will influence and be influenced by the others. Course design is a dynamic process. Scholars claim that a course design does not move linearly from initial analysis to complete the course. Needs and resources vary with time. The course design, therefore, needs to have built-in feedback channels to enable the course to respond to developments. The principles of ESP course design. These principles below are related to intermediate and advanced students of English who aim to develop their language proficiency. 1. Students should find the content difficult at the same level as their normal courses. You cannot expect, for instance, medical students and doctors to study high school biology. Those who wish to become medical professionals should study university-level material. In that case, let the English teachers learn the science if they don't understand the science to align with the learner's needs. 2. Content should lead language. The content itself should be useful to the students and should stretch in its own right. Using complex texts does not mean that every text should be difficult. There are a variety of genres, such as blogs, the latest news where the content is interesting, yet still reinforces basic language skills. 3. It is very important that the proposed exercises and the material are authentic. The goal is to eliminate trivial tasks and focus on real-life comprehension, inference, and discussion. 4. A massive amount of exposure to content and language should take place simultaneously in many directions. 5. Reading and listening should be based on authentically long texts. Students are likely to become engaged and stay engaged for a long time. 6. Teachers who teach content should inspire the development of instructional methods. A comparison is to be made with how L1 students advance and learn a new technical subject in L1. ESP can draw inspiration from content teaching methods in L1, which often require high levels of language proficiency. 7. If you develop a text, do not simplify it. The enriched text keeps all context, redundancy, and language clues associated with the original authentic text. There is more support material than a translation or synonym, and this explains a lot more about what is being said. This may include supplementary material or a more elaborate explanation. In short, explanations should not lead to oversimplification. Rather, the material is presented in another linguistic form. 8. Teach students how to handle difficult texts. It is not reasonable to expect students to understand every single word or idea. Even academic native speakers frequently do not comprehend every single word or idea in a text. Teachers should therefore not expect students to understand the full meaning of each text. 9. If your students are weak in their translation abilities, consider scaffolding them. 10. We should focus more on exposure and extracting meaningful information than on language points. During the teaching-learning process, communication gaps should be exploited to the fullest extent possible. Language is best learned when there is a desire to learn, or when there is a controversy. 11. It is important for a course designer to have 3 syllabuses, a content syllabus, a language syllabus, and a learning/skills syllabus. The content syllabus should be based on how the subject is divided up by specialists. 12. Students must become familiar with a variety of genres within their field of study. Genres may differ greatly in terms of language and style. 13. The teacher should be able to teach another subject in English, or, if necessary, to set compulsory reading assignments in English. Exam pressure will spur students to learn more when they want to understand, when they have a genuine desire to learn. Factors considered in ESP Course Design. The ESP course considers not only the learner's subject area, but also the lexical, semantic and structural characteristics of the language associated with that specialized field of interest. In fact, it provides instructional objectives, materials and methods developed on the basis of learners' needs and potential of interests. Accordingly, any decision made in designing ESP teaching programs should focus on the learner's needs for learning English. Munby, 1978, 2, claims that ESP courses are those where the syllabus and the materials are determined by the prior analysis of the communication needs of the learner. This means that the identification of learners' needs is the first step upon which the ESP course is going to be designed. Accordingly, we have to consider 1. Environmental situation, gathering the necessary information about the situation in which the course will be run. 2. Personal information about learners, considering all the factors which may affect the way they learn or impede their learning progression. 3. Language information about learners, evaluating and diagnosing learners' current skills and language use. 4. Learners' lack, identifying the gap between the present situation and professional information about learners in order to fix the problem on time. 5. Learners' needs from course, be aware of the learner's wants and needed skills when targeting a given course. 6. Language learning needs. Effective ways of learning the skills and language determined by lacks. 7. Professional information about learners, the tasks and activities English learners are/will be using English for their professional life. 8. How to communicate in the target situation, knowledge and mastery of language special register and skills used in the target situation. Conclusion. The globalization of English has raised the interest of a huge number of people all over the world to learn this language. ESP teaching is intended to equip learners with a certain English proficiency level for a situation where the language is going to be used. The selection of a perfect ESP course design must take into account all parameters to develop the English language skills of the learners and enable them to secure good employment and also prepare them for the professional life and labor market.